William here, Patriot Containers. I like to keep my YouTube channel somewhat fun, realistic, and transparent and funny. Not everything has to be so serious, but I am serious about exposing these horrible companies and what they do to you guys. Um, there are some videos where I talk about customer interactions, funny stories, but I market on Facebook Marketplace. Do I like that? No, I absolutely hate it. It's there's a lot of scams out there, and they go to those type of platforms to steal your money. But most companies that sell containers are on Facebook Marketplace. So before COVID, I would get 30 or 40 phone calls in a day, and people talked about their containers, and that's good. If you don't communicate about your container and you don't pick up the phone and dial, you're most likely going to buy a crappy container from a lying company that's going to give you a cheap price. And when I say cheap, I'm talking about like $100 or $200 cheaper. But they're going to deliver you a horrible service that you're not going to be happy with, and then a horrible container that you're going to be stuck with. Now, the only way to get out of that horrible container is by losing thousands of dollars of your money. That's the whole point of my YouTube videos. But let's keep this funny. So every day I get messages through Facebook Marketplace, and I have to respond to them. And I always say, hey, I'm here to help. Please call me. It used to be 75% of people would dial a phone before COVID. After COVID, I don't know what happened, but people don't like to talk on the phone anymore. I even have family members that every time you call them, they never answer their phone. Or they'll send you a text message, and I don't like to communicate through text. I like using my voice. I like the way God intended it is for communication, understanding, and the less people talk, the more problems there are. I think Charlie Kirk also said that. But yeah, I have family members that they'll text you, and I swear I'll get it, and I'll call them right away, and they won't answer. And I'm like, oh my God, you just don't even like talking. I don't want to text you, you know? The problem with selling containers, though, is I must communicate with you so I can establish with transparency and honesty with what container I'm selling you, so when it gets there, you're not unhappy. The service that I provide in this industry is I want to communicate very well before and after your order. I want you to like the container, new or used, when it gets there, and I need it to be delivered on the right day that you were told it was going to be there. And that's it. That's all I need to do to provide a really good service for my customers. And that's exactly with what I do. And it's like exactly with what these horrible companies don't do. They don't communicate well. They sell with price and lies versus honesty and quality. And then they take forever to deliver, and they deliver you a crappy container. And then come to find out, when you learn the hard way, you're going to be stuck into their trap. And their trap is you're going to lose thousands of dollars. So here's the funny part. So I'm not going to say this guy's name, but he reaches out to me, I believe today, or yes, last night. Says, howdy, I need 3 to 4 20-foot shipping containers delivered to, and it's a town in California. Approximate price, please. Well, I have 10 questions to ask this person. And it's very hard to get to the point through this stupid device. So I respond simply, sounds great. We offer a service of transparency. Please call. And then obviously it's my marketing number for Facebook. And it says, well, my hearing is very poor. Please continue with text. I've heard that so many times. I don't I don't believe that this person has hearing problems. I believe they just don't want to dial a phone number. Well, that means I can't help you. So my honest response is this. Sorry, I don't sell 5,000-pound containers with text messages. I wish you good luck. His response is, fuck you. So here I am. That poor guy doesn't know who I am, what I do. He might or not, he might not even be a real customer. He could be an employee at one of those crappy companies that I'm warning you of. And I don't know. But the funny thing that happens to me a lot is, let's put it this way. Yeah, 11 years in the business, and I don't have a single complaint from anybody. Not one, not two. It's zero of anybody that ever bought a container from me in 11 years, and I've sold 15 to 20,000 containers. How did I do that? Well, it's very easy. Tell the truth. Deliver a good used one or a good new one, and show up on the right day. That's it. And if anything ever freakishly goes wrong, don't pawn the problem off to your customer. Take care of it like a good company does. So I kind of look at it this, and I don't know what this says about me, but I know that I provide a very good service in an industry that is dog shit. I feel sorry for people that can't dial a phone and actually talk about this, or I feel sorry for people that think I'm lying to them. And I think people like this, he's going to message the wrong company. They're going to feed him every lie in the book with a very low price, take forever to deliver. And when I say forever, it could take 1 to 3 months for a container to arrive. If this person needs their container in like 6 days, it's not arriving. And he's going to be at the mercy of a cancellation fee. Once a container arrives from these companies, they don't purchase good containers. They purchase cheap containers from shipping lines that don't inspect their containers properly. That's why you guys as customers get crappy containers, is because these companies don't purchase from shipping lines that actually inspect up to the certain standards. Even if they did, these companies don't sell those containers. They sell cheap containers, and they cross their fingers that you get something acceptable. So, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to help every single person that calls me. Even if you don't buy a container from me, I want to help you. I literally want to help you. I don't care if you don't buy a container from me. It's people that buy from me believe me, and people that buy from me trust me, and they can hear it in my voice. If you communicate through text messages on buying a 5,000 or 8,000 pound container, you are going to get ripped off, because all you're focusing on is on a number, not words. You're focused in on a number, and maybe if it is words, you're going to find out that these companies that say they have warranties are bullshit. You're going to find out that when they say they have money back guarantees in 30, 60, 90 days, they're going to keep all your money when they pick up that container. So, yeah, it sucks. It kind of sucks. I guess this is a rant in a way of like trying to help people and they don't want it. It's like, well, what the heck happened to people? I don't understand. But yeah, I said, hey, I'm sorry, I don't sell these through text message. Fuck you. I laughed. I really did laugh, because it's like, oh my God, like this poor guy, he has no idea if he really wants a container that I could have been the one guy that wasn't going to rip him off and do everything right for that person. Doesn't want it. Doesn't want to communicate. I don't know what's up, what happened to people. Who knows? Maybe social media, when everybody was quarantined and not going anywhere, maybe everybody just started communicating through all these apps or messages or whatever, and now they don't want to talk on the phone anymore. COVID really destroyed this industry big time, but it also, during COVID, a lot of bad companies sprouted up and that sell containers, and they're literally ruining this industry. That's the whole point of my videos. So, anyways, guys, that's it. Try to help people. They don't want it. Here's what I feel about people that don't want. If you don't want my help, I really, really hope you find a company that's not going to rip you off. I really do. But you have a 90% chance of going with a Pinocchio rookie company that's going to lie to you and then steal your money, and then hopefully you get a container someday, and it might not be in good condition. And then there's nothing you can do about it because of how their company is designed. So, anyways, guys, that's it. Have a good one. Goodbye.